I hope that is outside, not.
I hope that little kid that was very loud in my headset was
I just
outside.
heard that behind me, not out there.
No, I heard that.
Hi, I'm Matt Long, actor, presenter, and now paranormal investigator. Tonight, myself and Adam are teaming up with the South East Paranormal Group. Using never-before-seen methods of evidence gathering, we aim to show a new side to documenting ghostly activity. In this, our first ever episode, we are filming at the West 5 Bar in Ealing, a location with a history of paranormal events. With unexplained voices, numerous apparitions, and reported poltergeist activity, this promises to be a fantastic opening to our explorations.
No way.
No way.
So, how are you feeling about the shoot, Matt?
I'm looking forward to it. This has been a year in the making because of the COVID pandemic. This has just dragged on. We've tried to do this so many times, haven't we? And we've just had to push it back because of various lockdowns. So I'm really grateful and happy that we're at the point now when we can actually get to location to film this. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a tiny bit nervous because, well, you know, Adam, I've had some experiences of my own, quite extreme ones at various different houses, etc. And I know how this can go down. So hearing some of the stories about big burly workmen going into the cellar at this location and coming out terrified and refusing to go in, there must be something there. Now the question to me is, are we going to capture anything tonight? Because we put a lot of preparation into this, but nothing's guaranteed, as we know. So I'm just really hoping we capture something for the viewers. The nice thing is, this is a bit different because we're doing some stuff that's never been filmed on camera before, so it's a little bit exciting. And you know what it's like with these TV shows, because I sit there and watch some of these, and you can watch what they're filming and the location, the evidence they're picking up, and until you've really had your own experiences, it's very hard to buy into it and actually say, yeah, there is some truth in that. You've really got to be out there and experience it for yourself. So I'm really hoping we can portray and come across and actually show some kind of evidence that people can actually buy into and actually stick to. But we'll see. We'll get there tonight, and we'll see how it pans out. We've got a good team there, a very experienced team. So we'll see what happens.
Maureen, Jackie, do you want to tell us about yourselves? Maureen, what do you do for the team?
I'm the team's archaeologist and historian. I research the venues in advance of our doing investigations.
And Jackie?
I'm Jackie. I'm one of the trance mediums of the team. I co-own the team. What we try to do on our investigations, especially for venues like this, this venue was purpose-built, as you know. We believe as a team, because we've investigated this venue a couple of times, that the actual hauntings go back in time. There's layers and layers, and what we've found over time is we're stripping back these layers, but what we've decided to do as a team is to work the old-fashioned way. Technology is amazing, of course it is, but we find that technology can also spoil an investigation. So what we're trying to do is go back to basics, use the traditional methods, because there's no better sense than your own.
How's it going, Dan?
All good, just getting prepped, ready for tonight's investigation.
Okay.
Just getting batteries changed, checking tech, make sure the mic goes as smooth as it possibly can. And then myself and the other Dan, just to get confusing, we'll start doing baseline readings. And generally checking the light, make sure for everyone else this night is going to run as smooth as it possibly can. As you're witnessing, you're getting battery drain already, so...
Yeah, for the record, this is actually the second take of this. So Adam, our cameraman here, had a full charge on this camera we're using, and it's drained to 1 bar already within minutes. We've had a little bit of activity on testing already, so getting a little bit interesting. But I said on the first take, didn't I? Yeah. I asked that question, how do you often see batteries draining? And clearly we're having it already.
So straight off the bat, for myself, the first time I saw any inkling of this was another investigation, not my first investigation with the team. my equipment that was brand new, straight out of the packet, fully charged. When I literally within halfway through the night, they'd all died, and I hardly used it. And then yeah, so basically it's just a case of making sure we've got a good supply of batteries, a good supply of kit, and it all runs smoothly.
Brilliant. Watch this space then.
I encircle us in a white light. I call upon the spirit energy to protect us this evening, to keep us safe from any negative energy, and we thank Spirit for coming towards us this evening to help us to communicate with you. As we look forward to this evening, the circle of light will surround and protect each and every one of you for the rest of this evening. Take comfort in that circle. Take comfort in Spirit, and we thank them. Amen.
Amen.
Let's deep breath. How do you feel?
Good. Let's do it.
So I call upon any spirit entity in the room, any spirit entity in the building that would like to come forward and communicate with us. Please feel free to come forward. I acknowledge our questions, I acknowledge our voices. We mean you no harm, and we come with the greatest of respect. You are allowed to interact with us, and we would ask you to answer. However, you're not allowed to harm anybody in the building. So if there is a spirit in the room or the building that would like to come forward, please tap on one of the tables. Please feel free to move one of the stools. Come forward into the circle and interact with us. We mean you no harm at all. We only come with the greatest of respect. We just want to know more about you and more about your story. If that was somebody acknowledging my voice, please come forward. Make that acknowledgement louder or stronger so that we know that you're interacting with us. Anybody else want to call out?
Sorry.
Do you want to call that out?
Oh, sorry. If there's any spirits in this room and you have a message, just knock on the table, knock on the wall, even knock on that glass door. I don't feel too good.
Okay.
I feel better now.
Okay.
I could go.
Okay.
You okay?
Alright.
You alright?
We ask the spirit entity that's affecting Rose, please step away. We'll give Rose time to calm down and gather herself. But for now you need to step away. You're not allowed to negatively affect anybody in the building.
Clearly upset, Rose leaves the room. We sent a camera to capture her reaction.
What's this? Oh, there's something there.
Just breathe.
I don't know what. I was standing there, my legs were stuck on the floor, and I kept moving, but my body wasn't with me. And then I felt something really hit my chest like this. And it was, oh fuck.
Just breathe. You're alright now, you're safe now.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologise, it was silly.
I've never felt that way.
Okay.
I feel from my chest.
Pounding.
I feel something is there. Help me.
You don't need help, just relax. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Just go, it's a shock. Come here. I've had a shock. It's a proper paranormal experience you've had there.
I felt like a kid.
It's drawn on your energy.
I walked out and I felt like a kid.
It's alright. But this is good because you've experienced it.
How stupid do I look?
No. You've actually experienced a paranormal experience, and that's good. Just gotta breathe. Just breathe.
Now I'm shaking.
Yeah, that's alright.
I'm coming
All
out.
this is normal.
Okay.
All this is normal. All right, nothing can touch her because you've had protection.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, you've had protection.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I've never felt like this.
That's a true paranormal experience.
Oh, sis. How do you cope? Oh,
Just breathe.
I feel literally dizzy.
Don't apologise.
I feel stupid, but
Don't feel stupid.
I felt like a kid. You know, like the kid has been told off,
Yeah.
right? And you're. That's why I just had to. I don't know. I can't remember. All I know is that I walked out, and I don't know why. And then I started crying. I'm like, but I had to come to you first.
Just breathe.
Calm down.
Nice deep breaths. Nice hot cup of tea and relax.
As a child, gone.
Do you know if it was male or female?
I really don't know, but all I remember is that I wanted to cry. I was crying. I don't know. It's awful because I could feel the hurt that this child is. Oh my God.
All right. Drink your tea. You're all right. You're safe now. You've experienced something that was personal to you. So whoever was in there probably felt that you were somebody that they could.
All I
approach.
remember is when we were standing there, my feet were like stuck to the ground and I couldn't move it, and it felt very heavy. And when it was heavy, I wanted to move. I couldn't move. And then Nick asked me something, and I looked and I said something, and then it was like my chest. It was like.
And did you feel like a child then?
Yeah, and then he was like, I've got to go. I've got to go. Why did I have to go? I've got to go.
But we can research that. We can find out if anything happened in that area.
I feel so bad
Why?
because I should have stayed.
No, you didn't. No, you did the right thing. You couldn't have stayed there like that. So you felt whatever that child felt, whatever emotions that child went through, you felt. It's like an empath. You picked up on all of that. But you're fine. You just need to
Relax
relax
and carry on.
and carry on.
Meanwhile, back in the room,
If you are the child spirit that we have seen on occasions, you are so welcome to sit with us and tell your story. It's alright.
It's getting colder.
Yeah.
All of them.
So if you are the spirit child that has been seen on more than one occasion, know that we still come with the greatest of respect for you. Touch one of the people in the other room if that's easier, if it's a bit like a game for you and it's more like hide and seek, give them the acknowledgement and then let one of them come through and tell us. That would be absolutely spectacular. But come forward, acknowledge our voices, we only come with the greatest of respect. You two alright?
Yes,
Yeah.
first name is getting sick. Yeah, I've got 3 layers on, right?
Right.
I can feel the coldness through them.
My hands have gone really hot.
Oh, I'm
Really?
cold. Right around here.
You're the opposite.
Yeah, strange.
But yeah, if you can affect Matt and Becca first and make the temperature around them warmer, that would be amazing. We would really, really appreciate that.
Getting colder.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, yours are burning up. Jesus. Yeah.
during a break, I relayed my experience to the team.
Say that to him. Just tell him what you just said.
Yeah, it was just ice. It was
Like you done what? Stepped
into an ice bath or water or a lake. It's just something freezing. It's freezing cold.
Sorry, what did I say last week?
Waist was warm, but just ice all around here. I thought it was just
Right,
something around my legs.
Last week I was here
Yeah.
and I see wet footprints on the floor.
Really?
Yeah. And I said to him, I've just seen a little boy run through there and there's wet footprints.
Jesus.
And then we Googled it, didn't we, and found a little boy that drowned.
Great.
And she's just had a child.
No way. Jesus. Yeah, it was just like all around. Up here, fine.
So personal is good.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's mental. Yeah, I put my hands there. It was just like.
So are they still calling out?
Yeah, we just took a break for a sec because Adam just needed to put him on
Yeah.
tripod for a minute. To rest
Do
his
you,
shoulder.
do you want me to go in there and replace her to see if I'll
Be good,
provoke
yeah,
any?
why not?
Do you have a message for anybody in the room?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
That was a little growl.
Yeah.
That was a growl.
I heard that.
something.
That was a
Did
growl.
you hear it? It was here.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
It's getting really cold. Is,
Yeah.
is that going?
No, I'll let it.
Thank you so much for that. If that was you, thank you so much. But for the record, I'd like to validate that that's not the first time we've had a growl in this room.
It's freezing around here. I'm midriff.
Good. That's what we want.
Freezing.
So back of my neck's got even colder.
Good.
Good.
I want you to change the numbers. I want you to change the numbers. Make the 8 go to a 7.
I have to stand up a minute, sorry. I can't do that because somebody's droning under my chair.
Oh.
Sorry.
Affect Matt. Affect Matt. Make Matt feel nervous. Make him feel so cold and afraid of what you're going to do if you touch him.
Move me. Come on.
Come on,
Give me a push. Give me a shove. Touch my hand.
touch his hands. Go on. We mean you no harm.
Just turn your palm towards me.
My hand's getting cold. Twice.
See, I was doing that, my neck's getting even colder.
My fingertips are frozen.
Come on, come to the centre of the room with us.
See, your palm has gone from 21 to 18.
Yeah.
Your fingertips were 13.
Well done. Make it go colder.
Bring it on.
Make it go colder. Make us all shiver. Are you aware of the little child in this room?
It's frozen.
Come forward. Come and touch Matt. Come on. Show us a ball of energy.
Just one of you just whisper.
I
No.
was just about to say I heard something.
Thank you very much if that's you. Thank you very much. Is it your footsteps I saw last week? Is that you?
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? I heard something.
Thought I heard something.
I thought I heard something
It
go.
sounds like a male voice.
It was that. Is that kind of noise?
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard.
Did you hear that as well? It was quite loud. Yeah.
Tell us your name.
Yeah.
Tell us your name. Come and tell us your name.
It's like being outside.
Come and tell us your name. Tell us your name.
Back of my neck's just got.
I had that behind you. There's a sound.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We really appreciate that. Can you do it again? Are you standing behind Adam? Are you standing behind Daniel?
Yeah.
Footsteps, I heard that.
Yeah.
Twice. When you said it first and second.
Thank you for that. We really appreciate that. Come and walk towards us. We mean you no harm.
I feel like someone's right behind me, like almost leaning into my back.
Can you warm the room up? Can you make us feel less cold?
I feel like someone's trying to push me.
Good,
Right on my back.
good. But I had that earlier when I was putting the doll there, so it pulled my back. Where do you feel your energy takes you? Show us in a ball of energy.
where your energy wants to go. Can you do that?
It's Adam. Put money on
I'm getting really warm.
It's attracted to you, mate.
Are you getting warm now?
I'm getting
That's what I've asked for.
As something was reacting with Adam, we swapped places to try and encourage more activity.
Adam's sitting with us now. If you touched Adam in the back, can you do it again? Yeah? Well done. Well done. Thank you so much for that.
Just so like, just doing that basically.
Cool. Thank you so much for that. Obviously, you're attracted to Adam. So what I want you to do, I want you to put your hands on Adam's shoulders and push down. So that you can feel your fingers on his shoulders and push. Can you do that for me?
It's lighter than the back of it, yeah.
Use the energy that you've taken from Adam to be able to give us an acknowledgement. So now if you're stood watching from behind the bar, come forward and join us.
I've just had a breathing in my ear, well, into the mic, like a.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what's getting out of you when you guys can hear it.
There's none of us. It was definitely.
So to the gentleman in the room that's the heavy breather, come forward, take a seat, relax and interact with us.
Again. Got it again. I'm breathing out. Can you touch Adam's hand? Can you push him? Could you knock on the table?
Yeah,
Chin
right back again.
Yeah.
Could you push him harder? Sorry, Adam.
Yep. So try and interact with someone else. Try and make someone feel the same as I'm feeling right now.
There was footsteps behind you.
I did just move my feet.
Okay.
to be fair.
I didn't see him. Okay.
Yeah. Give them the same push so they can feel it as well. No, it's not just me.
You're hearing that as well, yeah? It's not just me.
See, I didn't move my feet back.
You didn't, I was watching your feet.
Yeah.
No. I would like you, this little semicircle here, I would like you to make this semicircle go down to 9 degrees. I need you to take away the 4. If you can make it to 8.3, I'd really appreciate it.
8.2.
What is it?
8.2.
No, you need to take away the 2. Otherwise I'm going to go up to Folly's farm and store it there.
We've got 8.
Dead on 8.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Is that isn't it? Is that
Yeah.
yeah.
Over there.
We just need you to tell us how you drowned. What happened?
My entire body's, my head's actually frozen now.
Was it winter when you drowned? Was it because the winters used to be really cold and the ponds used to freeze over and the lakes? Is that when you drowned? Is that why it's so cold? Is that why you're so cold? If it is, then show us a ball of energy.
So your chest is 15,
That's my head.
your feet and around you is 9. Don't walk by that. 16 on your head, but around you, ooh, okay. Around you is 9 and your feet are 9.
You know when you literally jumped into freezing cold water and it takes your breath away? That's what I got. Was like,
Did you fall into the water? Was it an accident? I have to do
What
this.
was that?
I have to do this.
Go on.
I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
Breathe. Sorry.
so you're using your back as an equivalent of 1 knot for yes, 2 knot for no.
Yeah,
It's
see, it
really
feels
nice.
like
Every time voice was asked,
yeah, it's either less or more.
What would you say if I said I was going to take Adam away from this room? Would you be angry?
That's a big push, yeah.
Towards the end of this experiment, we heard a REM pod activating in the main bar area and decided to move location.
so Jackie, for the purpose of anyone who doesn't know what that does, do you want to explain?
So this is a REM pod, and it's believed that if spirit go near it, it does this. We've asked questions and asked for beeps, which it's given us. For some reason, it's attracted to you. So we believe that there is, thank you very much, that there is a spirit at the table.
So this particular version is the second version, which is the temperature gauge on it, and it's the temperature one that's going off, not the actual proximity one. So the EMF isn't being interrupted, it's the temperatures changing around it, which is similar to what happened in the other room.
Okay.
If you're joining me at the table, do you want to make some noise? Make the pods go off again so we can hear you? Do you want to... Oh. Is that temperature or...?
Temperature.
Temperature.
Which means something's there.
So I feel colder.
Just keep talking.
Can you make it beep? Just try, just once. Make it beep once so I know I'm talking to you.
Could you put your hand towards the antenna and see what happens when you do it?
So there's temperature drops there. It's good. You like this?
You gonna try and make the pods beep? I like to talk to you. See if you can make it beep, I can try and talk to you. There we go, that's it. See, do you want to talk to me? Just me? Or anybody else? Try and make it beep. Beep. There we go. And again. So you want to talk just me? Okay. So. Yeah. You keep going as well, that's good.
Is that Morse code?
Oh, it could
Could
be.
be, yeah. Could be Morse
Does
code.
anybody know Morse code?
Do you think I know Morse code?
Question is, what happens if Adam gets up and walks away?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
walk away.
Walk well away. There you go.
That's crazy.
Go and sit down again, Adam.
That's crazy.
Alright, I'll come back. See if you want me to go back. Yeah? Is that what you want?
Fucking
Yeah?
way.
Is that what you want? You want me here? Okay.
Love it. Love it.
Do you want to play a game? Do you like little cars? Toy cars?
During a break, the REM pod still continued to react to Mutya.
Calling back out. Okay.
seat? If you do, can you give me 2 beeps? Now you pick that up, and it made like a police siren. I'm going to take Matt and Mutya to the pond. Will you show us where that is?
Push me in the back again.
Oh, is you? Will you show us where that is? Thank you.
Were you alone in the pond or pushed? Were your legs stuck at the bottom of the pond? Did it hold you down? Were you caught in the reeds? Were you struggling? Or was it an accident?
Yes, that's a yes. Confirmed yes, that went up to orange.
Which ties into your experience.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Well done. Well done you. We're so sorry that happened to you.
Temperature dropped considerably. It's like ice again, isn't it?
Yeah, really cold.
Shivering. And you struggled to breathe. Did you struggle? Could you feel your lungs filling up with water?
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, wow.
And that's where you died? If that is where you died, stop making that turn. Thank you. Did they find your body?
Pushed again, same place.
Same fold again. Did they recover your body after you drowned and died?
Really shit.
That's pushing it, isn't it? It's reacting all around the death.
Really shivering. I don't know if it's just because I am cold, but I'm much more than I was before.
So when you fell in the pond, thank you, were your legs stuck under the water? Were they stuck in the bottom of the mud, held down by the reeds?
It was during the setup of the voice box experiment that camera 1 experienced yet another battery drain. We left camera 2 running to capture the events.
Do you know the lake near Pope's Cross? Is that where you drowned?
How long were you in the water for?
Who's this? Who am I pointing at now?
No way.
No way.
Ah.
Adam.
Yeah.
Susan pointed at me and asked. Yeah. There's a female voice there.
Yeah. It's like a conversation going on.
Yeah.
How many spirits are at this table? Eight. The very first time I came to this venue, I saw a lady who'd been murdered. Is that the lady that Matt heard earlier? The lady that was murdered, was that you that was here earlier? Do you remember when you showed me your face? If that is you, can you make that yellow? Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Do you haunt this place? Thank you.
Stop pushing back at the same time.
Thank you. And do you haunt this place looking for that man? Thank you. Do you reside in this part of the building? Do you reside in this part of the building? Do you look for him? Did he stab you? Was he stabbed to death? I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Was it in the back? Is that why you keep pushing there?
Did you get stabbed in the back? Flash twice if you did. Was you stabbed in the tummy? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Two flashes.
You want to say your name? That was Bob. Oh, yeah. I got Bob. Is it Bob who killed you? No, you murdered him. Did the man who killed you, was his name Bob? Did Bob kill you? Okay. Was it your boyfriend? Was it your boyfriend? Flash twice. Flash twice if Bob is your boyfriend. Thank you. You've captured that. Thank you so much for this information. Did he hit you over the head? We're so sorry that happened to you.
Okay, Jackie, so what are we doing now?
Right, so what we're going to be doing now is called scrying. It's a scrying mirror. The actual setup that we've done, we don't believe has ever been done before on any paranormal show. So what we've actually done is, if you look, we've got the scrying mirror in front of Daniel. We've got a camera facing Daniel and a camera behind. So that means that we can see what he's doing at the front, and the camera at the back actually films the mirror. So if there are any changes, which we're hoping for, which will be, it could either be facial changes or images that appear on the mirror. But what we will do is we'll ask Daniel to talk us through what he's seeing. So when we play back, we can marry it up to the footage on the cameras.
Okay.
But we've got an angle of front and back, which we know has never been done before, so it's going to be a little bit more interesting for everybody.
Excellent, let's do it then.
Can you ask the mirror to show you things?
If there are any spirits present, please make your presence known using the scrying mirror. Show me what you want me to see. Okay, I can't see my eyes at the moment. It's like they're kind of hollow. It's almost like my eyes are hollow. Almost kind of skull-like. I think I actually look dead. Almost look swollen.
Is that because you've been in water?
I don't know, I can't really answer that question.
As Dan got deeper into the session, something new came through.
I look like a doll.
A doll?
Yeah.
What kind of doll?
Like a baby doll.
Okay. Is it just a face you can see, or can you see a whole doll?
It's just the face.
Okay. Has the doll got hair?
No. It almost looks like
I don't even remember back in the day you used to have them dolls, and when you used to lie them down, the eyes used to close.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
As Dan came to the end of his session, we swapped over to Mutya.
My left side of my face definitely feels more manly. Looks more manly, I think. And it's really weird because I keep seeing my eyes itself keeps feeling like it's more like I wouldn't like to say snake eyes. The left side doesn't seem very nice at all. Can't even, that's, the eye thing is more happening on the left side.
Okay.
And this side of my face looks swollen but very low. Sorry.
Go for it.
So as I move to the left, I can see blonde hair.
Okay.
And the eye, my eye's really wide on this side again. It's like a completely different person on this side. Oh my God, wait, 1 second. Black round the eye. Like it's black round the eye, quite dark. It could be a bruise, potential. It's a little swollen, I can see it, crazy. It's swollen here, dark underneath the eyes. The eye is quite big.
Right.
Now I've got a fat face. Like I've just bloated up.
Okay.
Blonde hair on this side, pushed. He looks quite evil. He doesn't look nice.
Ask the question.
Are you a murderer? The eye's just gone really black.
Okay.
When Mutya finished, it was my turn. Listen carefully as there was a common theme.
So there's a bit of a theme here. My face has gone bloated as well. My cheeks have really puffed up to the point my eyes are like slits because
This is interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
like
getting the same person.
like my cheeks is getting puffier, and my mouth it's like if you'd had a stroke. So my face is puffed up, but my mouth at the corners has just gone down.
That's interesting as well.
I can't even see my eyes anymore.
What do you think?
Oh, that's weird. That's like there's two faces.
Good. That's what you want.
As in, not like split down the middle, as if the whole face changed between not me, two different people.
That's good. That's what we want.
Yeah, I'll call it the stroke face is back. Literally the puffy face, hardly any eyes, mouth really pulled down.
Right, so just for the record, we've had a gentleman come through several times in trance who suffered a stroke
Okay.
in this venue.
It is proper stroke face. So it's weird. It's like it's trying to talk to me. I can see if I sit here and not speak for a few seconds. The mouth is moving.
Wow, brilliant.
Really, really old stroke. I'll keep referring to the stroke man, sorry, but late 80s.
Right. Can you see any clothes?
No, I can only see my head. He's like quite a fat man. Really old.
Right. Can you see anything around him?
No, but I can see a really horrible person now. Fuck, he looks nasty.
Really?
Yeah, I would say mid to late 40s.
Right.
Bit of a, almost like got a slightly broken nose, really disjointed, but his eyes are just evil. Like he wants to kill me, just staring at me. This is weird.
Do you think you can ask him for a name?
Yeah, can you tell me your name? Or can you light up any of these things on the floor?
Ask him if he's the murderer.
Are you the murderer? Did you kill a woman? Did you stab somebody?
Can you just say to him, Sophia?
Was it Sophia? Can I provoke him?
Yeah.
Are you an evil piece of shit? Come on then, bring it on. Did you kill Sophia? Whoa, he's gone dark. I can't see anything. It's like his entire head disappeared apart from his mouth.
So you're making him angry?
I don't know if it's like if you were under a spotlight and you stepped back.
So he's recoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just see this, just make out that, like he's doing it again, outline of his mouth. Are you an evil fucker? Did you kill Sophia? Go and argue me, mate. He's recorded again. Dark again. Well, it's like he's turned away.
Ask him, did he stab her?
Did you stab Sophia? Go and argue with me, come on. I'm not scared of you. You know when you said about a reptile or something earlier?
Yeah.
I just went full reptile.
Really?
Yeah, it was like doing it again.
So that tells us that the energy that was with Mutya is probably more than likely the same as what is with
No, if I said I was a snake, it would be
it. Be the same.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's like a snake mouth, snake eyes. The nose is just sort of melted into snake face.
Is it more alien than a snake?
Yeah, that sort of look, yeah. It's just reptilian, it's just weird.
Why ask him why it's showing a serpent?
Oh, that's just fucked up. Sorry.
Why is it?
All I can see is it's like someone melted my face, my eye sockets. It's just skin over my eyes.
Right, so for the record, there is a photograph taken in this room of me and my face is melted.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And I can show you that after.
It's getting worse. So my eyes have just got skin. My nose is melted into my face.
But can I just make a note, and if you all have a look, it may well be the lighting, but Matt's eyes look like they've gone black.
Yeah.
I haven't got any eyes in the mirror.
You see it?
Yeah. Definitely from here. Oh god, that's quite freaky.
What the fuck? It's literally talking at me, and that's not me. That's another different face. Real wide set nose.
Okay. Do you feel any motion with it? Can you see his eyes again?
No. Skin over the eyes still. There's no. It's like from nose upwards, it's just melted.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable? Or are you getting angry?
Really fucked off. I just feel like I need to get someone, like someone's done something to me.
Okay. That's good because you're feeling that emotion. You're feeling whoever that is, you're picking up on that emotion.
Someone's done this, and I want to get back at them.
Okay. So is it a spirit that wants to attach itself to anybody in this room?
Yeah, he wants to get out of the room, out of the pub.
Okay. We need to stop that. I'm going to count you down. All right, just want you to relax. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7 deep breaths, 6 deep breaths, 5, 4 deep breaths, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, that's weird. Wow. As my out-of-character body language could show I was clearly being affected by something, it was time to move on to Adam. So, just because we're starting again with sound, just tell us what you're seeing.
Initially, my face is lopsided a bit, but now there's something that's literally over my left shoulder. It's like there behind me, and it's trying to stay in the shadow, but just giving up just enough of see enough of the outside, just so I know it's there, It's just, yeah, sitting there, almost. I don't know if it's sitting or not, I can't tell. I could just tell just the outline.
Okay.
But it's just, yeah, just staying there. It hasn't moved. My face has gone blurry, almost. It's hard to tell, distinguish the features. I can tell they're there. I can see my mouth still moving, but it's, yeah, like it's out of focus. Yeah, whatever noise was happened over there, it made it turn and look that way. And now to come back again. Still can't make out what it is though, or who it is.
Do you feel as though there's anybody else around? Perhaps he's not watching you so much as he's watching out for somebody else or watching for somebody else?
It's hard to tell because I can't tell much. So it doesn't feel like it's like staring at me, but I can't tell what else it's doing.
Okay.
Are you looking at me, or are you looking for someone else moved? Like it turned direction and then turned back again.
Did you see that? Something walked past and blocked that light?
Yeah.
Glad it was me, because that's quite as if my
That was the kind of, I couldn't quite tell, but I felt like that was the direction it went to look at as well. It doesn't feel malicious or anything though, it just wants me to know what's there. But it doesn't want to show me what it is or who it is.
Is anyone next door or not?
No.
We share.
So?
There's only one room in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Carry on, we'll check next door.
Listen again. You can clearly hear a chair or table sliding in a room that was unoccupied.
But it doesn't want to show me what it is or... But it doesn't want to show me what it is or...
So Maureen, what are we doing this time?
What I have here is a number of pendulums, which we call them dowsing pendulums. We can ask questions of them and hope to get some answers. I have a board in front of me. You can see I have various symbols on it. Yes, no, an alphabet and some numbers. And we are hoping, that the pendulum will swing towards some of them. To start off, what I do is to put a bit of energy into the pendulum to start with, so that any spirit who wants to come forward and communicate with us has got something to use. If I do it from near motionless, it's more difficult for them. So here we go.
Brilliant, I'll come out of the way and let you do your thing.
Okay, so I have my pendulum going to and fro, which is my sort of neutral position. So let me first ask, are there any spirits in this area, this room even, who would like to come forward and communicate with us? Well, I can see a bit of movement towards a yes. I have a circle, which for me means yes. So if anybody would like to ask some questions of the pendulum, please do.
As Maureen was shaking a bit, she decided to switch to a weighted pendulum for more accurate results.
Okay, so did you affect Rose and me this evening?
It can take a moment or two to respond. Yes. Can you see that it's going around in a circle?
Yeah. So, can you leave this place of your own accord?
Yes. That was very definite, yes. In that case, do you stay here because it's where you want to be? Dithering between yes and maybe.
Did you drag a chair across the room earlier next door?
A very small, yes.
Thank you for that. That was impressive. Really impressive.
During this experiment, we heard noises coming from a room next door.
Hang on. There's noise in there.
Okay, earlier on, before we started, several hours ago now, I had the name of a gentleman who was the first ever landlord here back in around the beginning of the 1930s. Are you still here? I think that's a pretty definite yes. So you are, if I remember rightly, you are George Fish? Yeah. That's about the most definite yes I've had so far.
Can I ask a question? Is there a spirit next door moving furniture and walking around?
Reluctantly saying yes.
Right.
Ah. So I've got a question.
Go on.
Was the person moving the furniture around in the next room the first landlord? Looks as though it might have been.
Okay. So firstly, my question is the young boy a residual energy in this pub from when it was built?
I think that's a no. Yeah, it's a no. I get the feeling he's far earlier.
Right. So is this young boy's name William? Affectionately known as Will?
That's a yes.
Thank you for that, George Fish. William, when you drowned and you was in the pond, did you get stuck in the mud and they didn't find you for a while?
Yes.
So that accounts for you feeling that in your chest, that would be suffocation, and you feeling like...
Well, your sister had she told me earlier, the thing is her legs are way down, which ties into my thing where I said I was at my waist in icy cold water. And yeah, it's like taking a breath.
Thank you so much for that, William.
This doll here, I took a photo earlier in the night, and that was looking straight ahead. And on the second photo, we're now going to put in, this is how we just found it. Check out its left eye, looking to one side in this picture. Now back to shot. What have you noticed about it?
I've noticed that the eye, it's like it's going down a bit, like sinking a little. I felt like I could see more, but I don't know. It's just, sometimes it feels like she's looking at you and then she doesn't.
And what happened in the mirror? What did we see?
Oh, in the mirror?
Yeah.
Oh God, what didn't we see?
I mean, for me, one of my eyes, I said it was like a stroke.
Yeah, my face felt like it was droopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was droopy. So does this eye.
Just for the record, Matt, that doll looks like it's looking straight at you.
Yeah, it's changed its eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's focused on you.
That's why I said it was looking at me, and then it's now no longer even on me.
This eye here is freaking me out because it looks as though it's. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know what you can see from there. It looks as though
it's like it's sinking back into the back of her head.
Yeah. No one just grabbed my shoulder, did they?
No.
Okay. And that's the other point. So for this, when we were setting up, Adam, you were grabbed on your arm.
Yeah.
The back of my arse, to be honest, the trousers were tugged. It's getting colder in here. There's a weird energy in the room at the moment.
Before we moved on to the next section, we set up a camera to monitor the dolls. For some strange, unexplained reason, the camera completely died. During a table tipping experiment, there was a lack of actual table tipping, but the crew were affected.
Times I feel really agitated.
I can tell.
Like, really agitated. Like, I just can't keep still. It's like, everything's just really irritating me.
Does your
On
left
my
hand
legs.
feel cold?
Huh?
Does your left hand feel colder than your right?
Yeah, my right hand's definitely hotter.
And it's almost like...
I'm quite hot, yeah.
What's your hand?
Right, that's warm. Yeah, that's a bit cooler.
Yeah,
Not
I
much.
feel really agitated. Like I can't stop touching. Like it's weird. It's just weird. Like I can't keep still. It's weird.
Did you want to check that door recently?
No, but I was going to say, that thing's been pushing me in the back. It's still holding me there, but it's almost like it's hugging around my left arm at the minute. And it feels afraid. I feel a sense of fear for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, shit. I've just gone freezing upper half again.
Okay.
Your hair's standing up.
Yeah.
That's
Like ice.
That's how my right hand feels. That's why I asked if your left hand was cold.
See my legs again as well now.
I'm hot.
Your hands are feeling
I'm
lovely.
really hot. I'm really hot. Like I just feel really agitated.
Can I invite Daniel to the board? Very lightly put your finger on it. Feel that energy. I invite Mutya to the board. Very lightly. And I invite Matt to the board. That's feel the energy. I've got to hold it still to roll over. I call upon spirits, persons present to come to the board. Come and tell us your name. Can you spell out your name? If you are with us, go to yes. If you are with us, go to yes. What is that? You're with us. Thank you very much. Let's go to the sun. Okay. Can you spell out your name for us? That's it. That's really good. You're building the energy. Can you spell out your name for us? What's that? Do you know your letters? Can you read and write? Go to the sun if yes, go to the moon if no.
W.
Is this Will? If this is you, Will, and you're playing, can you go to the sunshine? Yes. Hello, Will.
Bit mischievous, isn't he? As you can see, the child spirit of Will made another appearance, this time in a very mischievous fashion.
Will, can you take the planchette to Matt?
Okay.
Will, can you take the planchette to Daniel? Can you take the planchette to Daniel Woods? Can you take the planchette to Mutya?
It was at this point we politely asked Will to leave.
Will, can you say goodbye? Sorry.
You've done 3, yeah.
What?
You said 3.
Yeah, 3.
As in the number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that signifies.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Sign off somebody.
Hmm?
Sign off.
Just stay calm. Take your fingers off. Take your fingers off. There you go. Just take your fingers off. So I'm going to close down this board. And all the negative energy within it, I'm removing. You're not welcome. You have no place at this board. And I'm asking you to leave. Goodbye.
Thoughts?
What was that?
Right, so people assume that 666 represents the devil, but it doesn't, it's the phrase.
Yeah.
And whatever is hugging me has got very tight.
Huh?
Whatever's been hugging me this past since we just started table tipping is tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just so you know, every time we've worked in here, we've had something of similar.
Okay, fine. So it's always come out pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Despite Jackie's reservations, we decided to have another go.
If there's any spirit energy there to help us build up the energy around the ball, please come forward. Thank you very much. Can you spell your name for us, Spirit?
Oh. Free.
No, get your hands off.
When you start doing that, someone's now holding my right elbow
Yeah,
as well.
and I'm going to be honest, I don't think we should try it again.
No, I don't think so.
Because the freeze keep coming back.
Yeah, we're
You
good.
should be brave that time, look.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm up for it. One more. Third time lucky.
If it goes to... You want to sit this one
Disclaimer,
out?
if we die today, it's not my fault.
Yeah, I'll just watch.
Okay.
We open it up. We ask that the spirit energy on the board, can you please spell your name? Give us the first letter of your name.
Oh, no, no.
Get your hands off.
Yeah, solve that.
No, no.
I'll close
I'm
this
okay.
board. I'll close this board down. No positive, no negative energy is allowed in this board, and I ask it to leave with peace, love, light, and healing energy. And I now announce this board is closed.
Okay, well,
That's 3 hits. and
that's
three
how lucky
throws.
you lot got your wish.
Not only are they holding tight, I can feel they're afraid. 2 things holding me. I feel afraid.
2 things.
Yeah, one's still hugging me and one's holding my other elbow, and they feel afraid.
They should be right to be.
To allow spirits to use Jackie's body as a vessel to communicate, she has put herself in a trance state.
To the spirit entity that is using Jackie as a vessel, can we ask you to introduce yourself to us?
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. Have we met you before?
Of course. You've been waiting for me.
Can I ask, please, that you introduce yourself?
Should I really? I thought you all knew me.
Well, 1 or 2 of us do, but we have a couple of new faces tonight.
Excuse me, I've had some sport.
Oh, okay, no problem.
You have some very new faces, I see. Who are you? Who are you? What's your name?
I'm Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Matt?
I'm Mutya.
I'm sorry.
I'm Mutya.
And I'm Adam.
Well, that's a name I recognise, but Matt is what you walk on, and I don't know what a Mutya is. How are you all? Are you all well?
All good.
You
Good,
have
thank
questions for me, I understand. You may ask them. Or someone fucking speak.
So shall I give them your name then?
Oh, sorry, of course, I do apologise. I'm John Mortimer.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome, you're welcome. I just assumed that they would know who I was.
So John, do you come in and out here a lot, or?
I actually do, young man, I do. I come to see what these are doing.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time. I live in Hemel Hempstead, you know. That's where I'm actually from. But I come here, I come to buy animals. Yes, we don't want to talk about the wife tonight today.
Oh, why is that, John?
Oh, she's a bugger.
What's she been doing?
Oh, she's just a bugger. She'll nag and nag and nag and nag. I said, fuck off. She doesn't listen. She doesn't listen at all. I'm quite happy to come here to see what you're up to. You know that. I do enjoy talking to you all. You're very nice people. I understand you've had some entertainment this evening. Did you enjoy it? Did you all enjoy it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Definitely.
I'm glad.
John, I don't know you. When were you born?
So, I was born, I have this question all the time. I think I was born in 1765, but I may have died in 1765. I think you may be able to check it out.
We will, John, thank
Please
you.
do,
Yeah,
please
we will, thank you.
Please. Anyone got a question for me? Somebody's got a question. Somebody wants to ask me about what it's like to be dead. Am I correct?
Yes.
Ask away, Totty, ask away.
What is it like to be dead?
I don't know, I'm dead. It's okay. It's okay. You die and you heal and you decide what you want to do, and I decided I wanted to just travel. And that's what I do. I visit lots of people. I like people. I like people. But to die is a wonderful thing to go. Heaven's a beautiful place, you know. And I know they say you go to heaven and you see your loved ones. I have to tell you, you don't see them straight away. You don't. You can't die and then go and run around like a 10-year-old again. You have to get better. Because you die because there's something fucking wrong with you, don't you?
Yes.
So you get better and you decide what you want to do. I decided I wanted to travel. Here I am.
John, can I ask?
Of course you can.
Were you aware of your death? Was it painful?
I had what they call consumption. It took me away. Consumption, can you believe it?
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's very, very much. You know, the wife, she was quite happy. She was left very well off, you know.
Yeah.
She took me as I was very, very unwell. Very unwell. I was gone within 2 weeks, you know. 2 weeks.
Oh dear, John.
I must have had it for a while and not realised. And obviously, and you know I had a stroke.
Yes.
You know I had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but life's better now.
Good.
I've got somebody coming in. It's a lady.
Okay.
Who do you want to talk to, dear? Matthew. Have you got a Matthew?
You have?
Matthew, what do father that she's fine, and her passing, she didn't feel it, and that's what he worries about. And she didn't feel a thing.
Wow.
She was unwell before she went, but it was quite peaceful in the end. Can you tell Daddy?
I will do.
She is calling him Daddy. That should be father, dear. You are. Your elocution is not very good.
Thank you, John.
Has the lady said who she is? Has she got a name?
Can you tell us your name, dear? What? She tells me she's not related to you. But she is related to you. So I don't understand what that means. I don't understand. But I would like to say that she's a grandmother not to you, but to your father.
Okay.
I don't understand what she means.
Are you still with us, John, or have you moved on?
Being called.
You're being called?
I'm being called.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
No, thank you.
It's so nice to meet you.
You too, John.
Yes, you
Take care, John.
It was at this point that John decided to leave and was replaced by a less friendly spirit.
Who have we got with us now, please?
Why are you looking
I just want to know who we're talking to.
at me?
Who's me?
Me? Why are you looking at me?
Who's me?
Me?
We don't know who me is. We're hoping that you've come to talk to us, but we don't know who you are.
Me?
Who's me?
Me?
Whilst we thought Jackie was back, it was clear from her sinister demeanour that this was not Jackie.
Are you 101% back?
She ain't.
No. So to the spirit that's still affecting Jackie, I ask that you step back and allow another more friendly spirit to come through, or allow Jackie to come back to us fully.
So what are you going to do? I don't.
We will ask somebody to move you on, and you have no power to stay here. You have no power to stay here and no power over Jackie, and you know she is strong enough to push you back. So unless you want to tell us your story and tell us who we're addressing, I'll ask you again to step back and let somebody else come and speak to us.
It's me.
Who's me?
Me. It is me. Me.
Who's me?
Me.
What's your name?
Who are you?
Jacqueline.
Really?
Yeah.
Jacqueline. You're right.
Back. I'm back. It's a bit weird.
Weird in what way?
Never felt that aggressive in my life, and I wanted to smash all your eggs in.
Okay. Do you know who it was or why?
No, but I could see him.
Okay.
What do you look like?
there was a blue motorbike, and whoever he was, he went in a motorbike crash. And he was really angry. And all you just looked like bystanders when he was on the road. And I just wanted to smash all in, but I knew, I was aware of it. And I feel like I had a drink. I feel pissed.
So was he drunk driving?
Must have been. But I could see him as clear as day. Long dark hair to there. And the bike was like a metallic blue with a big, what's the thing at the front? That thing there.
Fender?
No. Remember
handlebars?
No. Do you know where the seat is? And it's got that.
Are you talking about
tank,
like Harley Davidson?
Yeah,
but it's like a bulbous thing, and it was like a metallic blue, and then it had like black flashes there, and I could see his hands, but I couldn't work out because it looked like the gloves were fitted to the bike.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I see him on the floor, but then it must have been not that he was coming round, that he was leaving. And there must have been a lot of people there, because when I looked at you, it was like, I wanted to kill you, I wanted to smash all your heads in because I was going.
You look as though you were about to kick off. I stepped forward because I thought you were going to lunge. I was ready to say, restrain you back.
When John left, whatever's been holding onto my elbow, you might have saw my arm going like that because it was pulling me to see what's going on. And then as soon as it came through, they like that, and they scared, really scared. They were.
I'm going to be honest, that's never happened to me before, and I remember it. That was not nice.
Okay.
Trevor McSweeney. Remember that?
Huh?
Trevor McSweeney.
Trevor McSweeney. Okay.
Do you have an age?
Looking at him at 26.
He was pretty pissed that you weren't happy.
I wanted to kill you. I was looking.
I could see your face, that's why I stepped forward.
I was looking at you and I was like, why are they all staring at me? And I'm leaving my body. And I didn't know who you were, didn't recognise you. It's just a real uncomfortable feeling. I feel really uncomfortable.
Normally, sis, when you come out like that, you really are out 100%. I feel that you're not out 100% yet.
No, I feel like me, but I think it's because I've come back remembering it. And I don't.
Yeah, because normally you don't remember it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So whoever it is has jumped in, and they
at
shouldn't.
The last minute, yeah.
And they shouldn't, and now I can't get it out of my head.
Seeing clearly how Jackie was affected by this final spirit, we decided it was time to end the investigation.
Cool, so end of a night.
What a night.
Bit of activity.
Yeah, a bit.
To be honest, as I said to you earlier, we were doing the sort of GoPro footage up here and I was panicking, but I think, oh please, something happened tonight. We've got so much stuff, which we know we've got to have caught on camera.
Yeah,
Well, obviously the Tron stuff was just unbelievable.
I wish I knew.
How are you? Because you were pretty, pardon the frame, fucked up after that.
So I don't normally remember anything at all, but that last one was a bit weird. I can't explain that. It's bugged me. Yeah. It's really bugged me. I can't get it out of my mind at the moment, but I will. I mean, I'm going to research it. Obviously, I've got to research it because of the way it's left me. Yeah. And see what I find. I wasn't expecting that. That was a shocker.
Yeah.
Because I don't get that angry.
So the next thing is we go through the footage, we go through all the sound, see what we have actually captured.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff. I mean, we caught all sorts of noises. I know you've had other cameras running, CCTV and all sorts of stuff that we haven't been monitoring either, so it's going to be a ton to go through.
I mean, it's interesting because, like, you know, this place has got you come in, you walk into it and you think, oh, like, what will this hold? It's not old and whatnot, and like you don't think of what was there before this. And I think tonight proved that never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, it had us running ragged.
Yeah.
Because there was noises, there was, you know, the REM pod going off.
Yeah.
There was whistling, there was talking, there was footsteps. At the moment we can't explain it. We'll try and debunk it because that's what we do, that's our job. But for us, it was interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that is for you, experiencing it in a different way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Cause
that was good because, you know, I said it was old school. There was lots of experiments, things I'd never done. You know, the Ouija board. Yeah, you know, that was crazy. They kept going to three times in a row. We had to close that down.
Well, that for us is, I mean, we learned an hard lesson with that. We don't talk about demons and whatnot, but if it goes to number 3, we don't like it. No. So we'll just close it down. We'll probably renew the board, so it's a fresh board. Yeah. But for us, it was. I love the fact that you guys were involved.
Yeah.
So the experiences that you've experienced, nobody can say, well, that's us and we've done that. Do you know what I mean? They're your experiences.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And that's what I said to you earlier.
Yeah.
So for us, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That you've come into this place and both of you have experienced something that you're going to go away and question, and that's what we love. We love that you question it and try to find the logic in it, and when you don't find the logic, it's unexplained, and that's when you get the addiction to I want more.
Yeah, I'm glad Adam had the experience because I've obviously had bigger experience himself, but you were sort of, I might have done, but you've had full on exposure tonight, haven't you?
Something's still holding my back right now.
It's crazy.
Let's get rid of that before we go back to the hotel.
And the doll, I can't, like the doll,
that's just messed up.
I
can't wait to put the footage and show everyone this. Those eyes. I'm glad I took the photo earlier. I just took a photo, something made me do it.
Yeah, I mean the colour as well.
Yeah.
How does that happen? And and what was interesting for me with that doll, and what you was all saying you were seeing with the doll. Now we done the doll after we did the scrying mirror.
Yeah.
And you and Mutya both, and Dan both, more or less experienced the same thing.
Yeah.
But then we walked into a doll that did that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
That's messed up.
You know, so there's a lot that you're gonna. It will take you a while to sort of digest it all, but I mean it's there. We can't explain it.
Yeah, I mean as I said earlier, it's renewed my or topped up my fear of creepy dolls. So that's my quota for Christmas. No, Jackie, thanks for having us. Obviously there'll be more, of course. So guys, we're going to go off, get some sleep, review the footage over the next few days, weeks. There's a lot of it, and by the time you watch this, I'm hoping we'll have something good to show you. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Thanks for coming.
Cool. Hi Jackie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you.
I'm all good, thanks. A little bit tired. There's been a lot of work going into the editing. I'll tell you what, there is so much footage ended up on the cutting room floor. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because it's a fantastic venue. You know, it's a shame really that it has to end up on the cutting room floor because what that venue throws up is phenomenal.
Well, there's just so much good evidence, and we got to the point where we had to sort of pick and choose just to keep it in an acceptable timeline for broadcast. But there's plenty of stuff that might end up on YouTube and etc. So, But I must admit, I was amazed about the overarching story that went into this because obviously we came in not knowing a lot about the place, and the boy kept popping up throughout. You know, with the drowning. When your sister Rose freaked out, she got very emotional, and rightly so. I was in a different room. And then that was after the point I felt like I'd walked into, dropped into water. And I came and told you guys, and then she'd obviously had a meltdown there. It was crazy.
Yeah, but the interesting thing with that is the week before, and the only person in that whole room that night we was there who knew this was Daniel, our tech guy. The week before we was there, and I see a little boy run by the toilets. And I run up to have a look. You don't know if your eyes are playing tricks, but there was like wet footprints on the floor. And I'd said to Dan, wet footprints. Anyway, we've done a bit of research and we found, if you go back way back in time, when the lakes was there, a young boy drowned in the lakes, but nobody in that room could have known that, because the only two people that knew that what happened to me the week before was Dan.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have possibly known that. Rose certainly didn't know it. So you both have had separate experiences that tallied into my experience the week before.
Yeah, and for me, when you move on to the scry mirror, that was really weird for me because I'd never done it before, didn't know what to expect. I must admit, I was a bit, is this much going to happen? I almost felt like, people who know me, you know, I'm not quite a bubbly sort of jokey person, but at the end of it, that weren't me. I always felt myself getting so, well, I was getting so aggressive, but it was like I wasn't in control of it, and I don't know who I saw in that mirror or what emotion or whose emotion I was feeling, whether it was the killer, whether it was the victim, but that was not me, and I'm glad you brought me out of it, because I was a bit concerned at the end of it.
But we watched you changing.
Yeah.
We watched everything about you changing. And what's interesting with that, we were so strict on the way we conducted that experiment, and you all had a similar experience, but you couldn't possibly have known about it.
No, yeah, you're right.
It's just crazy. It is a crazy place. And the scrying mirror, because that was a new experiment for us. So it's not like we went in there knowing what we was going to do. It was the first time we had tried to do scrying in that way, and it worked.
Yeah, and more mind-blowing for me is right at the end when you did the trance. Now, people who are watching that could be sceptical. I may be, because they only saw a small portion. That actually went on for well over an hour. And I said to the guys, if there's any doubters, for you to be in two different characters, I'll call it, two different people came through, completely different personalities. I mean, the second one was so sinister, Trevor McSweeney, it was unbelievable. If anyone doubts that, I would say you're a bloody good actress, because that was not you, to the point when it turned more sinister with Trevor coming through. I thought, I've got Adam standing beside me on the camera, I thought you were going to lunge at Adam, because your whole body language, demeanour was so sinister. It was just crazy.
See, that's crazy for me. I mean, John Mortimer emerged the very first time at that venue, and we done some research, and we actually found that he owned the land opposite. And I believe that's why he pops in, and he's quite a strong character, because I don't know, I have to watch it back. You know, I just wish I could be the other side and watch it as it happens. The other guy, the other name we are researching, but for me, I have no memory of that. I have no memory unless I watch back what was filmed. I don't know. So to watch it back, you know, and he's such a character, Mortimer. He's such a character.
He was funny, because there was a lot of stuff we had to cut out, because it wasn't an issue with the content. It's just we had to obviously get the evidence in. But
yeah, no, I was just going to say he's just such a character. He's become part of us now.
I liked him. He was a funny guy, bless him. But I just want to say, Jackie, a massive thank you for having us, because I've done a few of these before, but with you guys, it was such a good experience. You were so organised, so professional. I mean, there's so much evidence that we captured with you. Obviously, this is the first of many, as we know. So I'm just looking forward to the next one.
No, thank you guys, and thank you for taking part in the investigation. You know, just to have you investigating, to experience it yourselves was amazing for us. So no, thank you guys.
No, thank you, and we will see you very soon. And on to the next one that's coming up.
Yeah, can't wait. Cool.
Bye, Jackie. Take care.
Bye, lovely. Take care.
The West 5 Bar turned out to be a hotbed of unexplained activity and a place we will return to again.